Peak. Megatron's well-written character clearly carried at least 40% of the movie's liking. He has so much depth and growth. His emotional transformation is unbelievable. I was completely stunned when he chose his feelings of revenge on Sentinel over his best friend. He isn't written in such a complex or simple manner. He is balanced perfectly. He idolized Sentinel Prime and placed his entire trust in him with his whole life, just as he did with Megatronus Prime. The moment he learned one of his favorite idols was killed by his fan-favorite leader, he was enraged, and for good reason. His entire life was built based on falsehoods. Realistically, we would have took this just like him in his position, which makes him relatable. Imagine the government takes your taxes to buy drugs for themselves, alcohol, and they party in secret, and they tell you the money goes to helping us citizens improve our lives, build better infrastructure. They cover up the truth and tell us lies about the slow progress of the country, but in turn they are just stealing our money. A war will break out once we find out the truth. The moment Megatron was enraged, he was done taking orders from anyone, whether they were good or bad. From this point on, his character had immense growth. He decided to steal Orion's lead and was tired of needing to obey Starscream or Sentinel, which led him to standing his ground, and honestly, it's a very admirable quality and something I might even follow personally. He wasn't just blinded by rage completely, he understood what he should have been from the start. He decided to change his morals, fighting to ensure Cybertron would never have someone like Sentinel. I love how Transformers 1 really added those minor details that show Megatron's transformation. The color of his eyes progressively changed from yellow to dark yellow and to red, showing he has completely turned. Transformers 1 also did not give Megatron any comedy on his side after he discovered the truth, which really matched the vibe we got from him. Well done. Megatron really chose to embrace his darker side once he realized that his comrades saw him as a villain. He wanted to end Sentinel due to the danger he possessed, the crimes he committed, and the mocking he did to Megatronus. Sure, Megatron was enraged, but he felt it was too far to turn back into his previous self. He made up his mind to be fixated on his one and only goal. By this point of time, he also developed a leader complex to be the one leading, which means he could never turn back on the high guard who believed in him so much. This movie made me feel so much love for every character I've seen in this movie. I feel inspired by both Megatron and Optimus Prime. They really had their key moments. The live-action movies never dive that deep into their characters. They felt so plain and thin in the live-action movies. I really do hope to see more sequels to Transformers 1 one day.